This is a taxi in Shanghai, this one is from Macau, and here is another one from Shenzhen, and this last one, well, this one is from Hong Kong. Do you spot a difference? Unlike the taxis in these other cities, the one from Hong Kong looks like it's from the early 90s. But why is that? From the futuristic cityscapes of Shenzhen, where robo-taxis zoom by, to the modern taxi fleets of nearby Asian metropolises like Seoul, Taipei, or Singapore, state-of-the-art vehicles seem to be the reality of most taxi fleets in modern Southeast Asia. Yet, in Hong Kong, the vintage red-white Toyota Crown taxis from last century remain a consistent part of the landscape. Have you ever wondered why these old taxis still dominate the busy and narrow streets of Hong Kong? Well, buckle up, because we're about to take a ride through history, politics, economics, and culture to find out. Hong Kong's iconic red and white taxis have been an integral part of the city since the 1960s, with their recognizability only matched by New York City's yellow taxis and London's black cabs. Hong Kong's taxi industry has a rich history. Back in the early 20th century, taxis were viewed as luxury vehicles, far beyond the reach of the average citizen. It wasn't until the 1960s, with the influx of Toyota Crown taxis, that this perception began to change. Over the decades, these cars have served as a reliable and affordable means of transportation for residents and tourists alike. The classic red and white taxis you see today, featuring the Crown Comfort model, have been in service since 1995. Toyota released this model, specifically targeting the taxi industry with its durable and simple-to-maintain design. Hong Kong, with its heavy traffic and need for reliable transportation, was the perfect market. The Crown Comfort quickly gained popularity and has remained the primary vehicle choice for the taxi industry in Hong Kong ever since. The city's love for these old-school taxis extends beyond nostalgia. The Crown Comfort taxis are proof to the city's willingness to balance the demands of modernity with a respect for tradition. Much like the impressive skyline, these cars have become a part of the city's identity. But while the skyline is ever-evolving and older buildings are slowly replaced by more modern developments, the taxis persist almost as nostalgic pieces of an era that is rapidly being replaced everywhere else. So here we are, in 2023, still hailing the same red-white Toyota Crown when we need a ride beneath the city's skyscrapers. What is holding back the wheel of progress here? Is it simply a case of, if it ain't broke, don't fix it, or are there deeper factors at play? Let us now dive into the reasons behind the continued reign of the Toyota Crown taxis in Hong Kong. From their proven reliability to economic considerations, there are a multitude of factors at play that have contributed to the long-lasting dominance of these vintage vehicles. Sturdy and reliable. Perhaps the most pressing reason for the Toyota Crown's continued reign on Hong Kong's roads is its time-tested reliability. Introduced in the 1960s, the Toyota Crown, the model used for these taxis, is renowned for its longevity and low maintenance cost. With a large and spacious interior, it provides comfort and convenience for both driver and passengers alike. Mechanically, these vehicles are tanks, simple to fix and tough as nails. They are designed to run efficiently for well over 500,000 kilometers. A taxi in Hong Kong travels on average about 125,000 kilometers a year. With this high usage, durability is a critical consideration. When it comes to survival on the congested, stop-and-start streets of Hong Kong, the Crown is a proven contender. This isn't just a case of nostalgia, it's a practical choice. Cultural symbol. Equally important is the cultural significance of these iconic vehicles. They're much more than just a mode of transport, they're a symbol of Hong Kong's unique past and present. Similar to the iconic Star Ferry or the Peak Tram, they have become a familiar sight in popular culture, featuring in countless films, photos, and artworks. Their red and white design has come to symbolize Hong Kong in a unique, understated way, standing out against the city's cosmopolitan background. As integral to Hong Kong as dim sum or the skyline, these taxis tell a story of a city that cherishes its history. When you hail a taxi in Hong Kong, you're not just getting a ride, you're participating in a tradition. Economic considerations. Then there's the economic perspective. Taxis in Hong Kong are a lucrative business, with about 18,000 licensed taxis in the city. The cost of buying a new taxi is extremely high. The government sets a minimum price for taxi licenses, currently standing at a whopping $780,000. This substantial investment adds to the already high cost of a new taxi model, which can run up to $45,000 or more, excluding maintenance and insurance costs. Replacing the entire fleet could amount to billions of dollars. This expense would inevitably be passed on to the consumer through increased fares, a less than ideal scenario in a city already struggling with a high cost of living. Fuel efficiency. An additional consideration is fuel efficiency. Before 1997, diesel-powered taxis contributed to the city's air pollution. In response, the government initiated a year-long trial of liquefied petroleum gas, LPG, taxis in 1997. The success of the trial led to the legalization of LPG taxis, followed by a law in 2001 banning the import of diesel taxis. To encourage the transition to LPG, the government offered grants to taxi owners willing to replace their diesel vehicles with LPG models. Today, 100% of taxis and over 60% of public light buses in Hong Kong run on LPG, and there are 58 LPG stations across the city. The Toyota Crown's compatibility with LPG has contributed significantly to its continued dominance on Hong Kong's roads. This not only makes these older taxis more environmentally friendly, but it also means significant savings for drivers in terms of fuel costs. Legislative hurdles. The legal framework governing taxis in Hong Kong has also been a significant factor in the longevity of the Toyota Crown Comfort taxis. For decades, the city's government set specific dimensions for taxis that very few car models, including the Toyota Crown Comfort, could meet. This effectively created a monopoly, with taxi operators having limited options for their fleet selection. The Crown's ability to meet these stringent requirements ensured its presence in the city. In recent years, however, these regulations have been revised, opening the doors for more varied taxi models to make their mark on the city's streets. But change is slow, especially in a system as deep-rooted as this one. The task of phasing out the old in favor of the new requires logistical and infrastructural changes that can't be made overnight. Moreover, these new models must also prove their durability and efficiency in the unique context of Hong Kong's streets, adding another layer of complexity to the transition. Recent changes. However, change is slowly taking place. With the relaxation of laws, a few new contenders have emerged. The Toyota JPN Taxi, with its spacious interior and accessibility features, and the fully electric BYD E6, boasting zero emissions, have started to make appearances on the city's roads. And it's not just the cars themselves. Technological advancements have begun to influence the industry too. The introduction of app-based hailing and digital payment options are signaling a gradual but sure shift towards modernity. Future outlook. So, what does the future hold? It's a delicate balance. On one side, there's the undeniable need for even more sustainable vehicles than the Toyota Crown to combat pollution and modernize the city's transport system. Hong Kong's ambitious plans to phase out petrol and diesel vehicles by 2035 certainly support this. Additionally, the increasing demand from customers for a more modern and comfortable ride experience is starting to outweigh the nostalgic attachment to the old taxis. On the other hand, the enduring charm and reliability of the Crown Comfort taxis continue to stand their ground, a beloved symbol of the city's resilience. As Hong Kong steps into the future, one can't help but wonder if this nostalgic icon can adapt to the changing times. We hope you've enjoyed this in-depth look at Hong Kong's taxi industry. What are your thoughts on this icon? Do you think they should stay, or is it time for a change? Share your thoughts and experiences in the comments below, and as always, don't forget to like and subscribe for more deep dives into fascinating topics. Also, if you really want to show us some appreciation, check out this next video right here, and make sure to join our membership for awesome perks such as special emojis, exclusive badges, and more. See you in the next one.